If you wish to attract quality men, the kind who are secure, kind, and authentic, you must first ask, am I embodying the qualities I seek? The universe has a curious way of mirroring back to us the energy we put forth. It's not about pretending or performing, it's about genuinely aligning with the essence of what you desire. To attract a quality partner, it is essential to focus inward, turning your attention to the qualities you wish to see in someone else, and ensuring that they are reflected in your own life. This concept isn't about mimicry or pretense, it's about alignment. The traits you admire in others, kindness, patience, confidence, honesty, should first and foremost exist within you. The energy you put into the world acts like a magnet, and the type of energy you emit determines the kind of connections you attract. Take confidence, for example. A confident person doesn't seek validation from external sources. Their self-assurance comes from a deep understanding of their own worth. Confidence isn't arrogance or dominance, but a quiet belief in your inherent value. When you carry yourself this way, you naturally draw in people who respect and appreciate that energy. Similarly, if you are kind and compassionate in your interactions, you are more likely to attract those who value empathy and emotional depth. It's important to acknowledge that this process is not about perfection. Embodying the qualities you seek doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out, or that you need to transform into an idealized version of yourself overnight. It's about being genuine in your efforts to grow. People are naturally drawn to those who are actively evolving, not those who pretend to have it all together. The ability to embrace your journey, including your imperfections, is one of the most attractive qualities a person can possess. Furthermore, embodying the traits you seek requires self-awareness and intentionality. It starts with reflecting on what truly matters to you in a partner. If you value honesty, ask yourself, are you honest in your words and actions? If you value emotional maturity, reflect on how you handle your own emotions and whether you communicate effectively with others. This isn't about self-criticism, but about alignment. The more you align your actions and behaviors with your values, the more authentic your energy becomes, and the more likely you are to attract someone who resonates with that authenticity. It's also worth noting that embodying the qualities you seek extends beyond personal traits and into the way you live your life. If you admire ambition and drive in a partner, consider whether you are pursuing your own goals with passion and purpose. If you hope to meet someone who prioritizes self-care and health, reflect on whether you are doing the same. People who are aligned in values and lifestyle naturally gravitate toward one another because there is a sense of mutual understanding and shared priorities. This process doesn't mean changing who you are to fit a mold or becoming someone you're not. It's about tapping into your best self, the version of you that feels the most alive, balanced, and authentic. When you embody the qualities you admire in others, you create a resonance that invites similar energy into your life. Attracting meaningful connections begins with a commitment to being unapologetically yourself. Authenticity is the cornerstone of any genuine relationship because it fosters trust, openness, and mutual respect. Many people mistakenly believe that they need to project an image of perfection to attract others, yet this pursuit often leads to superficial interactions. Perfection, as society defines it, is a construct that creates distance rather than connection. It sets an unattainable standard and often masks the real, beautiful nuances of who you are. Authenticity, on the other hand, invites others into your world in a way that is honest and vulnerable, creating space for deeper, more fulfilling bonds. Being authentic requires a willingness to embrace your imperfections and share them openly. This doesn't mean airing every insecurity or flaw, but it does mean resisting the urge to hide behind a facade. True connection happens when two people see each other as they are, strengths, weaknesses, and all. When you allow yourself to be seen, you give others permission to do the same, creating a dynamic of mutual acceptance. Pretending to be perfect can feel like safety, but it often leads to anxiety and disconnection, because maintaining that illusion requires constant effort. Authenticity, by contrast, feels freeing and natural, allowing relationships to grow on a foundation of honesty. Moreover, authenticity is magnetic. When you show up as your true self, you naturally attract people who resonate with your energy. This is particularly important when it comes to forming meaningful romantic connections. If you present an idealized version of yourself to attract someone, the relationship is built on an illusion rather than reality. Over time, maintaining that illusion becomes exhausting, and the cracks begin to show. On the other hand, when you prioritize being genuine, the people who are drawn to you are doing so because they appreciate who you truly are. This creates a much stronger and more sustainable foundation for a relationship. Another critical aspect of authenticity is self-acceptance. To be authentic with others, you must first accept yourself as you are. This means embracing not only your strengths, but also the parts of yourself that you may view as flaws. These imperfections are not barriers to connection, they are opportunities for it. When you accept yourself fully, you project an inner confidence that is deeply attractive. It shows that you are comfortable in your own skin and do not rely on external validation to feel whole. This kind of self-assuredness draws in people who value honesty and emotional depth. Authenticity also fosters resilience in relationships. When you are genuine, you set realistic expectations and avoid the pitfalls of trying to live up to an impossible standard. This allows for greater understanding and compassion between you and your partner. The relationships rooted in authenticity can weather challenges more effectively because both individuals feel secure in knowing that they are accepted for who they truly are. The freedom to be oneself creates an environment where trust and intimacy can flourish without fear of judgment or rejection. Cultivating inner wholeness is about embracing the idea that you are complete as you are without needing external validation or a relationship to define your worth. It begins with the understanding that fulfillment does not come from someone else but from within. When you rely on others to fill emotional voids, you place unrealistic expectations on relationships, which can lead to disappointment and imbalance. Inner wholeness is the antidote to this cycle, as it allows you to approach connections from a place of abundance rather than need. To cultivate this sense of completeness, it's essential to develop a deep relationship with yourself. This involves spending time alone, not as an avoidance of others, but as an intentional practice of self-discovery. Solitude provides a space to reflect on your desires, values, and emotions without external influence. It allows you to become intimately familiar with who you are, what brings you joy, and what gives your life meaning. The more you understand yourself, the less you depend on others to define or validate you. A key aspect of inner wholeness is self-acceptance. This means embracing every part of yourself, the strengths, the flaws, the successes, and the mistakes. Many people spend years striving to change or hide aspects of themselves, believing they must be better or different to be lovable. However, wholeness is not about achieving perfection, it's about recognizing that you are inherently valuable, just as you are. Self-acceptance creates a sense of peace and confidence that radiates outward, attracting others who appreciate and respect you for who you truly are. Another vital component is emotional independence. While it's natural to seek comfort and support from others, it's equally important to be able to soothe and care for yourself. Cultivating inner wholeness means developing the tools to manage your own emotions, whether through mindfulness, journaling, meditation, or other practices that help you stay grounded. When you are emotionally independent, you reduce the risk of becoming overly reliant on a partner to meet all your emotional needs, which can lead to healthier and more balanced relationships. Cultivating inner wholeness also involves pursuing your passions and interests. When you engage in activities that light you up, you tap into a sense of purpose and joy that is uniquely your own. This creates a fulfilling and vibrant life that doesn't revolve around waiting for a partner to make it complete. Passion and purpose give you a sense of direction and make you magnetic to others who are drawn to your enthusiasm and zest for life. Lastly, gratitude plays a significant role in fostering inner wholeness. When you focus on what you already have and appreciate the present moment, you shift your mindset from lack to abundance. Gratitude helps you recognize that you are already surrounded by love, beauty, and opportunity, which diminishes the urge to seek completion outside yourself. This shift in perspective allows you to approach relationships as a whole person ready to share your life rather than seeking someone to fill a perceived void. Letting go of the need to chase begins with understanding that true connection cannot be forced or manufactured. Many people fall into the trap of pursuing love or validation with an intensity that often pushes others away. This constant chasing stems from a place of fear of being alone, fear of missing out, or fear of not being enough. However, this approach overlooks the fundamental truth that the most meaningful relationships are those that flow naturally, without coercion or desperation. When you stop chasing, you create space for the right connections to come into your life organically. Chasing often involves overextending yourself to gain someone's attention or approval. It can look like always being the first to reach out, bending over backward to accommodate someone else's needs, or trying to impress them by being what you think they want. While these actions may seem like efforts to show care and interest, they can come across as needy or insincere. More importantly, they can leave you feeling depleted and unappreciated when your efforts are not reciprocated. Letting go of this need is not about giving up, it's about shifting your energy from pursuit to presence. Presence means being fully engaged in your own life rather than constantly focusing on what you lack. When you are present, you stop fixating on who you think you need to attract and start appreciating the relationships, opportunities, and experiences already around you. This shift in perspective makes you more grounded and magnetic because you are no longer operating from a place of scarcity. People are drawn to those who exude confidence and contentment, not those who seem overly eager or anxious to secure a connection. Another aspect of letting go is trusting in the natural timing of things. When you chase, you often try to control outcomes or force situations to unfold on your schedule. This impatience can lead to frustration and disappointment, especially if things don't go as planned. Letting go means surrendering to the process and trusting that what is meant for you will find its way to you. It requires faith that the right person will recognize your value without you having to convince them of it. Letting go of chasing also involves setting boundaries and respecting your own worth. When you value yourself, you no longer feel compelled to pursue people who are indifferent or unavailable. Instead, you focus on attracting those who match your energy and meet you halfway. This self-respect creates a dynamic of mutual effort and appreciation, which is the foundation of a healthy relationship. Lastly, letting go allows you to reconnect with your own joy and purpose. When you stop chasing, you can redirect that energy toward your passions, hobbies, and personal growth. This not only enriches your life, but also makes you more attractive to others. A person who is fulfilled and happy on their own is inherently appealing because they represent a partner who brings wholeness, not neediness, to a relationship. Embracing solitude as a strength begins with recognizing that being alone is not a sign of weakness or lack, but an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Society often glorifies constant connection and companionship, leading many to fear solitude or equate it with loneliness. However, solitude is a powerful state that allows you to turn inward, nurture your sense of self, and build a foundation of inner peace that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. It is in moments of solitude that you come to understand who you are at your core, free from the expectations or influences of others. Solitude provides the space to explore your thoughts, feelings, and desires without distraction. When you are alone, you can reflect deeply on your experiences, identify patterns in your behavior, and gain clarity on what truly matters to you. This self-awareness is essential for personal growth and for creating healthy, fulfilling relationships. Without time spent in solitude, it is easy to lose touch with your own needs and values, becoming overly focused on pleasing others or conforming to societal expectations. In solitude, you also discover your capacity for self-sufficiency. It is empowering to realize that you can meet your own emotional and practical needs. This independence does not mean shutting yourself off from others, but rather developing a sense of confidence and resilience that allows you to navigate life's challenges on your own terms. When you know that you can rely on yourself, you approach relationships from a place of abundance rather than need. You are no longer seeking someone to complete you, but instead looking for a partner to share in the richness of your already full life. Embracing solitude also fosters creativity and inspiration. Without the constant noise and distractions of the outside world, your mind has the freedom to wander and explore new ideas. Many of the greatest works of art, literature, and innovation have been born in moments of solitude. Whether you use this time to journal, meditate, create, or simply sit in silence, you allow your inner voice to emerge, guiding you toward insights and solutions that might otherwise be overlooked. Furthermore, solitude offers a chance to rest and recharge. In a fast-paced world that often demands constant interaction and productivity, time alone is a gift that allows you to slow down and reconnect with yourself. It is a moment to breathe, to listen to your body and mind, and to honor your need for rest. This self-care is not selfish, it is necessary for maintaining your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. When you are well rested and centered, you are better equipped to show up fully for yourself and for others. Lastly, solitude helps you build a deeper sense of self-love and acceptance. In the quiet moments spent alone, you learn to appreciate your own company and find comfort in simply being. This love for yourself becomes a source of strength and stability, allowing you to face life with confidence and grace, regardless of whether you are surrounded by others or standing on your own. Seeking connection, rather than completion, begins with understanding that you are already whole. The idea that someone else is needed to complete you is a myth perpetuated by cultural narratives that glorify relationships as the ultimate solution to life's challenges or emptiness. This perspective places an unhealthy burden on relationships, turning them into a quest to fill perceived gaps within yourself. However, the most fulfilling relationships come not from a place of need, but from a shared desire to connect, grow, and experience life together. When you seek connection, you approach relationships with a mindset of mutual respect and curiosity. Rather than looking for someone to fix or fill something within you, you are looking for someone to share in your journey. This perspective shifts the dynamic from dependence to partnership, creating a healthier foundation for lasting love. Both individuals come into the relationship as equals, each bringing their own strengths, passions, and perspectives. This kind of connection is not about completing each other, but about complementing and enhancing each other's lives. Focusing on connection also means valuing the process of getting to know someone deeply. It's not about rushing to fulfill an idealized vision of what a relationship should look like, but rather embracing the unfolding of a genuine bond. This requires patience, vulnerability, and an openness to exploring each other's unique qualities. Connection is built over time through shared experiences, honest communication, and mutual understanding. When you prioritize connection, you allow the relationship to develop naturally, without forcing it to fit into a preconceived mold. Seeking connection also involves a willingness to be vulnerable. True connection requires authenticity and the courage to share your thoughts, feelings, and fears without fear of judgment. This vulnerability creates a space where both individuals feel safe to be themselves, fostering trust and intimacy. When you let go of the need for a partner to complete you, you can be honest about who you are, including your imperfections. This honesty deepens the connection and allows for a more authentic relationship to flourish. It's important to recognize that seeking completion often leads to unrealistic expectations and disappointment. When you rely on someone else to make you feel whole, you give away your power and place an impossible burden on the relationship. This can create a dynamic of dependency or imbalance where one person feels responsible for the other's happiness. By contrast, when you seek connection, you take responsibility for your own well-being and happiness, bringing a sense of independence and balance to the relationship. Lastly, seeking connection over completion encourages personal growth. In a relationship rooted in connection, both individuals support each other's journeys of self-discovery and development. They celebrate each other's achievements, provide support in times of struggle, and inspire each other to become the best versions of themselves. This shared growth enriches the relationship, making it a source of joy, strength, and mutual fulfillment. A connection built on this foundation is not about fixing or filling, but about sharing, growing, and thriving together.